Yo, what is going on, guys? Achilles here, and today we're going to be doing the first of a series that I would like to do, sparked by you guys' ideas. It is the map tutorial series, and not so much like a tutorial, more like a just basically, you know, just I don't know how to describe it. Just basically giving you direction, or in my opinion, of where you should be sending, like your specific tank classes. When you are playing on these certain maps. And the map that we're going to do today is one that's been around for a really long time. Good old Himmelsdorf. And it's everybody's favorite city map, and it's actually it is the only all city map in the entire game, believe it or not. I know I didn't believe it the first time, and then I actually thought about it, went to the map list, and lo and behold, it is the only all city map in the entire game. But you're going to see here, this first little strip we're going up to, this is pretty much like the heavy tank alley. I know most people have pretty much figured out this map by now, but there's just a few little things that some people need to, or just some people that just don't know. And this is a very good hold down spot here, as I'm demonstrating. Well, obviously not in a T49, but this is the notorious IS-7 God spot. Anywhere on this road is just absolutely fantastic for the IS-7. So much cover here. This is just, if you have any sort of tank that can go hold down, i.e. like an E100, an IS-7, God forbid they're not like slinging gold and stuff like that. But yeah, this is pretty much where all the super heavy duty heavy tanks and TDs duke it out, as you can see here along the 7 line. And then you're gonna see here, I'm kind of just like going around the map here. The 1-2 line is more for like the light tanks slash faster mediums. The part I just pinged right there, there's like a piece of cover that you can hide behind, which I'm gonna demonstrate here. And then you saw the second box, which I pinged at like, what is that, G2, G3. That's like the counter area where you'll be facing off against the people that are actually sitting in that little like cover area, like C2, C3, which is what you can see right here. This is a very powerful spot, as generally the north spawn on Himmelsdorf is pretty much it's preferred, just because there's so many more you have so many more angles of attack when you are defending your base. You'll see more towards the end of the video when I'm going back towards the, or more towards the end of this, like, I guess you could call it a replay. You'll see why the north spawn is preferred, as there are a lot more options for cover when you are A, either just defending your base, or B, when you're just branching out and stuff like that. Here the train house here, or the roundhouse, not a roundhouse, but it's just the good old roundhouse here, or train house here. Geez, why, I don't know what to call this thing. This is also a really good spot if you have, let's say, like a T62A or some sort of Russian medium, or maybe even if you're feeling like being, I don't know, maybe if you're just feeling reckless, maybe like an IS-7. If you're playing base defense here, you could stick one right there, and you've got pretty much vision on that on the entire open area here, which it can actually be quite a danger zone if you actually do get yourself caught out there. I really only would advise that you ever take medium tanks along this edge that I'm going here, right here. There's these buildings that you can hide behind, and then there's those like breakable walls, but you will not get spotted behind those walls unless they can actually see either through the wall, or they have sight on the inside of the wall. So yeah, but yeah, so this is pretty much like the medium tank slash light tank area. Then you're going to see here, this is another prominent spot. This side of the map is also notorious for having some, TDs way in the back of the map, just lurking for someone to spot. This is one of those spots on the south spawn that you'll see a TD just kind of straight chilling, waiting for you to get spotted, and then he can just do like a shit ton of alpha to you. But you can see me pinging on the map there, that area where that cover that I just showed you, like the C3 area, you actually cannot see it from that line of sight on that corner right there. So that's good to know if you were worried about someone shooting you there. This is the corridor leading up to that C3 cover that you can see right there. This is pretty much like the duke it out spot for like the long range, like hold down mediums and stuff like that. Very rarely do you ever see very many people come over here unless you're in a Clan Wars environment. The 1-2-3 line push is a very prominent strat when you are playing Himmelsdorf sometimes. So yeah, the middle of this map, as you can see here, is pretty much no man's land. I don't really understand why anybody would ever come out here unless you're, just driving across the map to go defend the base or go to reset the cap or something like that. It really offers no vantage points, and you're gonna see why here in a second when we go up top. As most of you know, the top of the hill on Himmelsdorf is actually quite the hot spot for, like brawling and stuff. Pretty much with every single type of tank, with the exception of like artillery, obviously. But the top of this map offers a lot of different vantage points in terms of, just like chai sniping across the map, but it also puts you at an extreme disadvantage. Say there's someone on the, we like to call it like the banana road, the what is that, like the 7-line area where I showed you right in the beginning. You really can't do much to help the people there if there's anybody there. But what you just saw me ping right there is pretty much the extent of your view range or your render range. When you are on top of the hill, you will not be able to see anything past those buildings on the 3-line. I'm going to ping it here in a second again. But yeah, so you saw there that little hole in the wall where everybody likes to jump off the map or jump off the top of the hill. That's a really good vantage point for looking down the G line there. But as you can see here where I just pinged right there, that's pretty much the extent of your view range or just your render range in general. You will not, even if they are spotted, you will not be able to see people past that. But as you can see here, just the top of this map, on top of the hill, it offers just a ton of vantage points. And especially stuff like this that people don't know about. This is another one of those spots where if you have the gun depression, you can make the spot work. Say you have like someone side scraping on a building or like falling back. Like you can see here, like he just turned the corner and I have like perfect shots on him. Now granted, I'm in a T49, but it's the T49. But here's another one of those spots, another one of those quirky spots that most people don't know about. If you do drive forward, you can actually see that little parallel road that it connects the two back roads going down towards the north spawn. You can actually see the base from the top as well, but that's only if they're towards the back right region of the cap circle. Now, the last little bit up here is that you saw there's that little ramp right there. You can use that as a hold down position if you feel like you're getting overwhelmed and you're on like a last stand kind of situation. And then here's another little quirky spot. If you find someone, if you're on the receiving end of this, you spawn in the south and you're on the hill and you're on the opposite side of that wall right there, and you see someone that trapped themselves in that corner, you can actually just poke shots through those little windows and stuff. Those are very useful. But as you can see here, the top of this map offers just a ton of vantage points. There's a lot of opportunities for sniping, but it also restricts you in terms of how effective you're going to be throughout the game. If the vast majority of your team goes up top and most of the fighting is going on down below, you're really putting yourself at a disadvantage and you're not really going to be able to do much. Just strictly because you're pretty much isolating yourself from the rest of the map. Pretty much the only people that can return fire to you are the people on like the G3, C3 corners, or whoever has shots. But here's why the north spawn is better. You just saw that cover I was behind. It's extremely easy to defend the base from here. Say you're in like a clan wars type situation. You're just pulling a turtle strat. You literally just stick some IS3s or IS7s or whatever tier you're playing, just stick them behind there and you're good to go. But the north spawn is, as I mentioned before, is the preferred spawn. But yeah, so pretty much all of these like corridors and stuff, the ones that I really would say that you want to avoid are the 1-2 line, unless you know that you'll be able to get out safely, and then you want to stay out of the what is that? Yeah, you want to stay out of like the 5-line corridors. They don't really offer much strategic value, and you can kind of get caught out there. Say like a scout goes right down the middle of the map and does that. But that's these dead zones here too. These buildings right next to here. This is like prime sniping area for the people on top of the hill. As you can see here, the top of the hill can see this entire area, and it's just a dead zone. So you'll never ever see me go to this side of the map on any of my videos unless I post like a Clan Wars type thing. But yeah, so this is pretty much like a trial run, guys. I just wanted to get you guys' opinions on how I did on this, and if you'd like me to go more in depth. I know Himmelsdorf isn't really like super, complicated in terms of like convocations in the land and stuff like that, but I just wanted to get a feel for what you guys would think about something like this. I know with other maps it's going to be completely different. With something like Erlenberg, there's a lot more to talk about in terms of like lines of sight and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching.